I judge my female friends by the sound their pee makes, thanks to the audio recorder in my bathroom.
I don't know this guy. I've never been in his house, but I feel violated on his friend's behalf. I pee in your bathroom and I am being recorded. Yeah, I get, but not every 17-year-old is marrying elderly men. I was 17 once, I didn't marry an elderly man. Sometimes we tend to blame bad morals and call it mental health problems. People should be held accountable for their actions.
Absolutely.
The fact that you have, let me say, loose morals, and then people want to now say, oh, maybe I have ADHD, I have this one. No, you don't. You're just an uncouth human being. What's happening?
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Womendesignit podcast. I have another guest with me yet again. You know, I stay steady bringing top tier women to you guys. I have with me Michelle.
Hi.
Yes, so let's allow Michelle introduce herself.
My name is Michelle, aka Zeli Chris. I'm a physiotherapist, a musician, and I have a fashion line as well, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on. We're excited to have you. So, you know, we say what's happening, but what is actually happening? A lot is happening in Nigeria.
Plenty things.
I don't even know where we start from.
Let's start from the Ezra thing, because I feel like that is something that is just...
It's trending. Ezra is going through a lot right now. From the polycule scandal last month now to, you know, old tweets resurfacing.
Yes,
guys,
I think one particular...
tweet responsibly so that it won't come back to bite you.
Yes, and apart from tweet responsibly, I think another thing is, because I remember there was a time because obviously we're in the week and it's going on, and it came up and somebody said he's mentally unstable. Well, I am not a psychiatrist, even though I know that like a big part of my medical school went into that part. But then I know that sometimes we tend to blame bad morals and call it mental health problems. People should be held accountable for their actions.
Absolutely.
The fact that you have, let me say, loose morals, and then people want to now say, oh, maybe I have ADHD, I have this one. No, you don't. You're just an uncouth human being.
Oh.
Those tweets are inappropriate, and for him to come out on Twitter and do those things, it's because he has become so confident that he feels like, let me say, will I say like it's an appropriate thing or something? I don't know. That is just my own 2 cents on that.
Speaking of those tweets, let me just read a few for you guys to see what is actually going on and what is actually happening. First tweet, Ezra God Olubi, that's what his Twitter handle says, Monday will be more fun with an A in it. Touch a co-worker today inappropriately.
Imagine, touch a co-worker today inappropriately. Right now, when we're on the subject of women being sexualized and young girls are being like in their homes, they are being raped.
Yeah, I think what Twitter people had a problem with is the fact that he was aligning himself with feminists, so to say, or like women and women's rights. So to now see that this same person who is claiming to be on your side has actually been not on your side all along. I feel
like feminist or no feminist, as a human being, this is like basic morals. Nobody should have to tell you that some things are not appropriate. I don't think anybody needs it's not rocket science.
Yeah, let me just read another
one.
I judge my female friends by the sound their pee makes, thanks to the audio recorder in my bathroom. That's actually crazy.
I don't know this guy. I've never been in his house, but I feel violated on his friend's behalf.
Yeah, it's actually not funny. Like, what the hell?
I pee in your bathroom and I am being recorded.
I don't even know whether he was doing it or not doing it, but the fact that you actually tweet something like that, I mean, something is going on in your head. Like, it's crazy.
Whoever was dating this guy needs therapy. That's my own 2 cents.
He was in a polycule, so like how many of them? There were lots that were dating him. But
anyway,
that's fine.
For all of them to be in that relationship, something is.
Yeah. You know what else is happening in Nigeria today?
Our sister Regina. My heart goes out to her. Now the thing is, I'm not this is a married couple. I don't even like to entertain married
there were
couples
like people.
stuff.
Ned was saying that he didn't marry her at 17, and other people were coming out to say that he actually did marry her at 17.
To be honest, I don't know. I was not there when the wedding happened, though. Concern me. All those ones. All me, I can say is I feel like if Regina says I don't want to be married anymore, you should let her go. It's not a do or die affair. And then on Regina's part, now coming out to try to gather sympathy from the public, you walked into that marriage on your own.
I'm not really against her gathering sympathy, because it's usually hard for women who are in like some type of marriages that have some type of situations to come out. So come out, whichever way you find yourself out of that place is fine with me. I'm on your side. Yeah. So I feel like if she hadn't come out this way, I don't think she would be able to come out of the marriage.
Yeah, but me saying she coming to gather sympathy is because when this marriage first started, she was rubbing it in the faces of the public. Sometimes she would. I know there were some. I'm not really somebody who is on social media a lot. Honestly speaking, like I can be here. I won't even know the world is burning outside. But I know that there were some times when maybe you'd see some comments she would leave, where she would maybe say something mean to someone, where she would say something very, I don't know. True. She has her mouth. She has her. Yeah, that is her freedom of speech. But I'm just saying, you were there then, and you obviously made it that you were living wealthy, and that's fine. That's fine. But me, I'm capitalizing on you entered that marriage on your own.
She was 17, by the way. She probably did not know best, in my opinion. I feel like she was very young.
I get, but not every 17-year-old is marrying elderly men. I was 17 once. I didn't marry an elderly man. So I'm just saying, you know what you're doing. I was 17. That's what I'm saying about people being held accountable for their actions.
But does her being held accountable not allow her to seek sympathy for coming, like, to be able to come out of that marriage?
Nobody's saying don't come out. That's what I said. Remember at the beginning of this thing, the first thing I said was, Mr. or Doctor, I don't know which one it is, Ned Nwoko. Someone said, I'm not doing it again. Leave me. Do you understand? So I'm like, leave her alone. But then I'm not saying she now like coming to make it look like, yes, you have been oppressed. You've been through a lot. I cannot even imagine what you've been through there, because it must have been a lot. But I'm just saying, you walked into it on your own. Where I would want to, this sympathy card, where I would want is if you were forced into that marriage. You were not forced. I don't think she was
taking sympathy for being forced into. She's trying to get out. That's where the sympathy is coming in. Like,
and I feel like everybody's trying to be like, okay,
plus the guy is trying to tarnish her image.
Is the big bad something. I'm saying Regina too has her own faults in the whole problem.
Who is the bigger person?
It takes two to tango.
It takes two equal sides to tango. They're not equal sides here, in my opinion.
Anyway, I'm just saying Regina should be accountable for her actions. You married him. Whatever, 17, 19, I don't care. That's not I wasn't there when the marriage was done.
Fair enough.
Just be accountable for that. Don't make it look like maybe as in you were there on your own. So
well, that's enough of Ned and Regina and Ezra. Good luck to you guys. Success in all your endeavors. We have to come back to our guest. Yes. Back to Michelle. So Michelle, as a physiotherapist, as a fashion enthusiast, as a musician, how has your week been?
My week has been a lot. I feel like on the work front, I don't have any issues there. Then on the creative part, I was offered a collaboration, but I feel like I'm not in the headspace for that right now. I don't know. Some people say maybe I'm scared because I haven't been in the studio in a while. The last time I was in the studio was 2 years ago. Really? Yes. So I haven't done anything new. I got offered a collaboration. I'm not in that headspace because Nigeria is making me go through a lot. So I don't even know if I'm ready for that. So that was like the week. But I'm still trying to see if I'm going to jump on that. I'll let you guys know. Okay, then on the fashion front, fashion front, I am designing a wear for a beauty queen. Ooh. So yes, that has kept me busy. She and I were up all night trying to figure out a look for her for a pageantry she'll be.
That's so exciting.
Yes. So that is basically what my week has been, sprinkled with a bit of sunlight and laughter and music. Okay,
fair enough. That's lovely. So you are giving me a lot to work with here. You say you're a physiotherapist, you are an artist and a fashion enthusiast. And the theme of the episode and the season is creativity and tech. And obviously you use a lot of creativity in doing all these things. Yeah. So I want to ask you, like, you know, we're in the technology era, definitely. And there are a lot of things that technology has done to make life easier for people.
Sure.
So can you give a little insight on how technology has made your life easier as all these things that you do?
Well, I'm going to be very, very honest. On the music part, I never had an issue writing songs. So, you know, songwriting has always come very easily to me. I just pick up a pen and paper. I'm like, what is the mood I want for the song, and it just flows.
She has some songs out, guys. She's not just saying she's
definitely. We'll drop the link to the music. You can go check it out.
Yes.
By the way, I don't do Afrobeat. In case you're expecting, I'm not an Afrobeat artist. I'm a pop artist. More like, I don't know. You can think in the lines of maybe Rihanna, Beyonce. That's more or less of what I do. So songwriting has always come very easy to me. Maybe that's why I gravitate towards Taylor Swift a lot, because I love her penmanship. Then on the fashion front, oh my god, ChatGPT has been a lifesaver. Basically these days what I just do is like, I want to come up with a particular design. I just put this. I'm like, okay, let's work with this. So my ChatGPT is almost like my personal assistant. And it just comes up with it. And if, for example, I'm trying to think of, okay, will this color work with this color work? Instead of just trying to imagine it in my head, I put the prompt in and I visualize it and I look at it and I'm like, okay, this works. So ChatGPT has been a lifesaver for me. That is the one I use because it's like talking to a person. It's very interactive. So I'm honestly speaking, tech has made our work easier compared to then when you have to pick up a pencil and start sketching. I know some people will be like, yes, obviously there's joy in that. Yeah, there's joy in that, but I don't have the time. I'm juggling 3 things. I don't have the time to be sketching anything.
She's doing a lot.
So I rather just put in the prompt, ChatGPT does it. If we need to alter anything, we alter it. And basically that's how I do my designs, and it's been working out well for me. Yes, what I'm wearing today is from my fashion line, so yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so you just talked about your fashion, you know, aspect of it, but when it comes to you as an artist or as a physiotherapist, does technology come into play as well?
Yeah, that's as for the music, for me, I just like to write, go to the studio, record my thing and come out. So I feel like the producers are the ones that use more of the tech things now, not necessarily me. I'm not a fan of auto-tune, so I'm not looking for anyone to fine-tune my voice. I actually have like a wide vocal range. So for the technology part for music, I don't really think right now I'm using anything, so to speak, because I'm not editing, I'm not producing, even though I feel like in future I might definitely want to delve into
writing
producing.
your songs. I know people use AI to aid them in writing songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that I've never needed
what would you
help.
say? What would you say to people that do that?
To each their own, but I would say, coming from someone like me who every song I have I've written from the scratch. Now that's the talent. Songwriting comes to me very easily. The most time I've spent writing a song before was 5 minutes, and this is not me bragging. That is the most time I've written. There are sometimes when I've gone into the studio before, the song wasn't written. We just went in blank. It was just there in the studio. We write it 3 minutes, we record. I get that. The fact that like I'm able to do that doesn't mean every other person can do that. But I feel like it takes away the creativity from those who can do it when you just go in there and you just use AI and come up with something. It's not as it's not as beautiful as there was one time I was recording with one of my producers and he was like, do you write with dictionary? Because my vocabulary is very extensive. And I just laughed and I'm like, no. So I don't know, I feel like, to be honest, it takes away the creativity from it when you're constantly using AI to do that. You can use AI to fine tune it. You can use AI to, you know, I don't know, maybe make it look more more marketable.
More pretty,
yes, exactly. But I feel like it takes away from the real creatives. But then, not to be a hypocrite, if you think about it, I use AI when I'm designing because I'm like, it makes my work easier.
Yeah.
But now the thing is, I'm not relying on ChatGPT to give me the design. I'm the one inputting the prompt. I'm saying, okay, I want to make a white floral dress. Let's use Leo and let's use this. It's still my creativity. I'm just telling you what to do for me there. And then on the physiotherapy part, it's AI going to come and do the treatment for me. I don't really use anything there.
Okay. What would you say to people that use, you know, not just AI, you know, different technologies? Do you think it's taking the creativity away from your field?
Not really. I would say if you use AI right, it can be a helper. not completely replacing you. That is what I believe. That it's artificial intelligence to aid you, not necessarily wipe out your own brain function. So that is what I believe, that AI should help you, it should enhance, but it should not be the forerunner in the whatsoever you're doing.
Yeah.
So I feel like don't lose your brain cells to AI. Still think for yourself. Still do things for yourself. And then if you feel like you need assistance, let AI assist you. But let the foundation, let the DNA be you. And then the AI can assist.
So basically, AI is just like an addendum to what you already have, the substance you have already.
Exactly, that is what it should be.
Yeah. Okay, that's very insightful. You know, so for someone that has so many things going on, I'm not surprised that she has a lot to say. Thank you so much, Michelle. It was lovely, you know, discussing with you and talking with you. And thank you for your words of advice to Ned, Ezra, and Regina.
Please don't come for me. I don't have money.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much. So I'm just going to give you like a minute to hype yourself and tell the audience, you know, just basically sell yourself.
Okay, all right. Basically, please come and shop from my fashion wear. I'm sure you like what I'm wearing. So you go to Instagram at ZCZeshell. You see my wears there. On TikTok, it's Zaylee Chris. That's my stage name. I personally use my personal profile for that. Same on Instagram. That is my personal page.
Yeah.
And I don't say young women, because I feel like everybody's going through a lot. I would say one thing. In this age we're in now, we're like at this point where everybody's trying to figure out their life. Everybody's trying to, I want to do this, I want to do that. As somebody who has a lot of anxiety, I can tell you one thing: don't borrow grief from the future, because most times all you're thinking
basically
of is how you're going to get, and it steals a lot of your joy. Be in the present, be thankful for where you are, because sometimes, because you're trying to be like, I've not gotten that, you miss the little blessings you have in this moment right now. And if you look back at your last year, at your last 2 years, you realize that you're not where you used to be. So give yourself some credit, give yourself some grace. Don't forget to thank God. Every time you go to God should not be, please give me, please give me, please give me. Stay grateful, thank God. Don't borrow grief from the future. Live in the moment. Show up for your family and friends. Please don't.
Words of wisdom.
Don't let social media tell you don't owe anybody anything. You owe people something.
Yeah.
So I think that is my own 2 cents. Like I said, Instagram, Zaylee Chris. TikTok, Zaylee Chris, that's Zaylee, and Chris, CHRIS.
Yes, please guys, check her out. So, you know, we like to end the episode with a little one-liner from our guests to, you know, fellow physiotherapists, artists, and fashion enthusiasts out there. Just like a one-liner that will be memorable.
A one-liner that will be memorable. Okay. Yes, since we're doing creativity and tech, basically, I will leave you with one question. What do you think is the greatest invention of man? If you ask me, I would say electricity.
Okay.
So
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on. This has been, you know, Michelle on the Women Design It podcast. We will see you in the next episode.
Bye.